It's the princess!
Oh, Your Highness! Whatever is the matter?
I don't know. I just started crying for no reason.
What should we do?
Don't look at me, I'm a knight, not a therapist!
Hey, is that an onion? Were you eating this before you started crying?
Yes?
Well, no wonder you were crying. Onions can make people cry.
Oh, really? I didn't know. I've never taken a bite out of one before. I was just so hungry, you see. So I went to the kitchen for a snack, but Cook was gone, and all I could find was that onion. And I thought if I used my imagination and pretended really hard that it was an apple, it would taste like an apple. But when I took a bite out of it, I just started crying. And I didn't know why I was crying. But I thought I must be sad about something because people cry when they're sad. But I didn't know what I was sad about. And that made me cry even harder. And then you came. And who are you?
Oh, my name is Albert.
Oh. Albert, that's a nice name. I'm Gwendolyn. Princess Gwendolyn.
Princess, do you remember what I've told you about pretending?
Yes. Pretending is fun, but don't take it too far. Take care, or you could wind up with a scar.
Her imagination is a little bizarre.
See, I got this scar on my chin here when I was pretending to be like Jack and the Beanstalk. I imagine I had my own special beans that I planted, and they grew into a giant beanstalk. But it was really just the old oak tree in the garden. But I climbed up the beanstalk, and then I fell all the way down and hit the ground very hard. I scraped up my hands and my knees and hit my chin on the sharp rock. After that, Lady Bella and my father told me I mustn't get carried away when I'm pretending, or I could really hurt myself.
Wow!
In case you hadn't noticed, the princess has quite the imagination.
What kind of things do you like pretending, Albert?
Oh, well, I've always wondered what it would be like to be a knight of the square table. Well, that's why I'm here. I just arrived today. Lady Bella and Sir Lancelot are training me.
Guess you can check save a damsel in distress off your list, huh, Albert?
Sometimes I like to pretend I'm a knight. I imagine I'm charging into battle on my horse, or fighting a fearsome dragon. But then I usually end up breaking something. Like one time, I was running through the great hall when I knocked over a vase and broke it.
Oh, well, Sir Lancelot is giving me sword fighting lessons. He showed me some of the basics.
I wish I could learn how to use a sword.
I sure don't. But speaking of that, Albert, we ought to get back to your training.
That's right.
I should like to introduce him to my father first. It wouldn't take long.
Well, I'm not sure, Your Highness. The king is a very busy man.
The king?
He wouldn't mind, especially because Albert helped me. I think he'd want to meet him. I'll go get him.
You okay there, Albert? You're as white as a sheep.
I think you mean white as a sheet.
Hello? Anybody home?
This is really happening. I'm gonna meet the king.
Now, listen. Don't forget to bow. Okay? And call him Your Majesty. You have to make a good impression.
Okay.
Don't make him any more nervous than he already is, Sir Lancelot. Just be yourself, Albert. And come find us outside when you're finished.
I will. Oh, man.
Father, this is the boy I wanted you to meet, Albert.
Oh,
Oh dear. Albert, wake up.
Pleasure to meet you. You may relax.
I was crying when Lady Bella Sir Laughs-a-Lot, and Albert found me. Albert figured out right away it was because of an onion and helped me stop crying.
What am I going to do with you, Gwendolyn? Thank you for helping my very imaginative daughter, Albert.
Albert is training to become a knight of your square table. He just arrived at the castle today.
Ah, you are most welcome. Knighthood is a high calling. I rely upon my knights to protect the kingdom and to stand for truth. May you train well and prove yourself worthy. Will Lady Bella and Sir Lancelot be training you then?
Yes, I had my first lessons today.
You couldn't be trained by two better knights. I look forward to seeing what God will do in your life, Albert. And now, I must return to my duties. In 2 days' time, we ride to a nearby village to resolve a dispute between some noblemen. Now, off with you, and no more snacking on raw onions.
Yes, Father. I'll never make that mistake again. Well, I'm still very hungry, though. Do you think you can find your way back outside all right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'll go see if Cook is back with any real apples.
Bye.
Hello there.
Oh, I didn't notice you there, Your Grace.
The princess is a charming young lady, isn't she? So delightful and creative.
You could say that.
I was just passing by when I happened to notice you with the king.
Oh, yes, Your Grace. Princess Gwendolyn wanted to introduce me, and I got to meet him, and on my very first day, too.
How exciting. That was very thoughtful of him to take time out of his busy day to meet with you.
Oh, yes, it was. And he is very busy. He said he has a long journey planned soon.
Oh, is that so? Did he happen to say where he was going?
Well, he said he had a dispute to settle of some sorts in a couple of days.
I wonder how far, and I wonder which village. Albert, do you think you could find out for me?
I don't know.
Oh, that's all right. I was just wondering. I'm planning a special banquet for the king and all the nobles. If I knew where the king was going, I'd know how far away it is and when he'll be back and what night to plan the banquet.
Oh, well, that makes sense. I can ask the princess and let you know.
Oh, thank you, Albert. If you do this for me, I won't forget.
Thank you, Your Grace. I better find Lady Bella and Sir Lancelot. Lady Bella! Sir Lancelot! I'm back! Oh. Hey, George! It's just me. How are you?
Albert, how did it go with the king? Were you nervous? Say, that reminds me of a joke. Which of the king's knights never doubted himself?
I don't know.
Certain. You know, certain, like certain, certain.
I think Albert and George have had enough of your jokes for one day.
Oh, you're probably right. I need some new material. Maybe Sir Percival can help. Ha
I have something for you, Albert. You've dreamed your whole life of becoming a knight.
Mm-hmm.
But more important than becoming a knight is becoming a child of God. Now, a knight needs his armor. Yes?
Yes.
Well, there is another kind of armor that God gives his children to wear. It's invisible, but it's just as real. The first piece of that spiritual armor is the belt of truth. When you wear this belt, let it be a physical reminder to you of the spiritual armor given from God to his children. The belt of truth helps us be people who tell the truth just as God does. Stand therefore, having fastened on the belt of truth with unshakable faith in God and his word.
Oh, thank you, Lady Bella. I'll treasure it always. But how do I become God's child?
Come, let's sit down. There are two kingdoms, the good kingdom and the bad kingdom. The good kingdom is God's, and the bad kingdom is Satan's. When we're born into the bad kingdom. From our childhood, we disobey God's commands, and that's sin. And sin separates us from God and his good kingdom. But God sent his son Jesus to be the perfect substitute for our sins. Jesus came and was born. He lived a perfect life. He died on the cross, and he rose from the dead. So we can be forgiven and be a part of God's good kingdom as God's children. We need only admit that we've sinned and that we need Jesus to receive God's forgiveness. If you do this, God will make you his child and a part of his good kingdom and give you that special armor to wear so that you can have an unshakable faith and stand strong against evil.
I see. I have a lot to think about after today.
Yes, you do. And as you think about these things, you should study the book of truth for yourself.
That's right, the special copy that you gave me. Oh, I left it here on the bench. Have you seen it, Lady Bella?
Oh, I'm sorry, Albert. I haven't seen it since I gave it to you.
Oh, no.
Hello, Lady Bella. Hello, Albert. Hi, George. Don't worry, I didn't forget about you. You want a treat? You want it?
Oh, I can't find it anywhere.
What's wrong, Albert?
Oh, the book of truth Lady Bella gave me. I left it here on the bench not long ago, but now it's gone. Oh, I've got to find it.
Wait up, Albert. I can help.
Albert, wait. Let's think about this. Perhaps you should try retracing your steps. Albert!